What's going on? Mitchell Renz and Tom Downey coming at you with NFL Daily. And if you guys are looking for the latest NFL news and rumors, sit tight because we got some sick, awesome news around Jadeveon Clowney and Melvin Gordon. So stay tuned there. Let's get right into it, Tom. Let's talk about Jadeveon Clowney because is a trade coming? People, there are definitely some talks here.
So for starters, the Texans have royally botched this, but we'll get more in-depth into that here in just a second. So it's very clear that the Texans are shopping Clowney right now. Bill O'Brien is the lead puppet master right now for the front office.
The GM slash head coach.
Slash vice president of player personnel. Now, Clowney has met with the Miami Dolphins, which I find fascinating here, namely because he doesn't appear to really want to play with the Miami Dolphins at the moment.
Would you want to play for the Miami Dolphins?
If they paid me, yeah. Which is the real problem here.
Sure.
He can't get paid right now beyond his franchise tag tender. That's not a thing right now for Clowney and for the Texans. Now, the report was that he was going to show up this week until he got wind that the Texans were actually trying to trade him. And he's like, you know what? Nope, I'm out. I'm not showing up right now. The problem is that he cannot be traded until he signs his tender, which gives him some power in these negotiations as to if he's actually going to show up or not.
Sure, and he just fired his agent because his agent wasn't getting stuff done. So, that was one of the other speculations where, is this finally going to happen because he just fired his agent? But he does have a little bit of wiggle room here, Tom. For me, though, Clowney is just... I want to see this guy on the field already, and I think he's a very talented player. It's just, is it actually going to happen? We're about to find out. So, Tom, how about this? What team will trade for Jadeveon Clowney? So, for everyone who's watching, we are going to have a top 5 teams for Jadeveon Clowney video coming out, so stay tuned for that. But before we release that, what team will trade for Jadeveon Clowney? You're a betting man. You're also very good at it.
I'm a gambling man.
Tell me what you
think.
The
teams that have been linked so far mostly are the Dolphins, the Eagles, Seahawks. I won't take all 3 of those. It would be a very classic Eagles move to trade for Clowney. I kind of like the fit a lot with Seattle. They have some extra picks to play around with for the first time in a while. The Dolphins, though, seem the most motivated to get this done.
But he wants to play for a winner, and
he wants to get paid.
Sure.
If the Dolphins say, hey, Clowney, look, wink, wink, nudge, nudge, we'll give you $22 million a year. He's going to be like, okay, Dolphins, I believe they're a contender now.
Yeah. I mean, this is what the guy's done the last 4 years, right? 9 sacks, 9.5, 6, 4.5 sacks. The first overall pick in 2014 out of South Carolina, and man, he's like the ultimate guy that came out of college football, coming out of high school, all the hype. But considering the fact that the dude's never had a 10-sack season playing next to J.J. Watt, I don't really know if I would want to go out and pay this guy all that much money. So, what would you trade for Jadeveon Clowney? So, for everyone who's watching us live on Facebook, if you're watching us live on YouTube, we appreciate you. What would you personally trade for Jadeveon Clowney? Tom, let us hear.
I think the minimum that you have to offer here to start is going to be a 3rd-round pick. That's about what the Texans would get back in terms of the comp pick process there. I would not give up a 1st-round pick because you have to approach it as you might not get more than a year of Clowney. Now, I feel pretty confident that you would be able to get more.
Hopefully. That
you would be able to re-sign him, but that is not a guaranteed thing like it was with the Khalil Mack trade, for example. So for Clowney, I would offer a 2nd, and you can juggle in some various players there, and that would adjust what pick I give up as well.
I challenge you to juggle live here on the show. All right, let's talk about Melvin Gordon because his holdout going to be ending soon. This was pretty interesting. We threw it in the show right before this. So an ESPN staff writer expects Gordon to end his holdout in time for Week 1.
Yeah,
and then he just kind of ends it.
So the ESPN beat writer for the LA Chargers was doing his 53-man roster prediction. That's Eric D. Williams, by the way. And Williams comes up and says, hey, I expect Melvin Gordon. I'll read off the exact quote here, all right? Expect Gordon to end his holdout in time to be on the Week 1 roster. That is all he put in there. There's nothing else in there. There's no other explanation. It's just, hey, he's going to end his Week 1 holdout. How is that all that you mention? You got to be able to throw in more. How will you just casually throw in, he's going to end the holdout? What? No, there's you got to put more than that.
I think he had a bathroom break. He was like literally like, oh,
which, by the way, goes against
everything
else we've heard about Melvin Gordon about how the holdout might not end immediately. So okay.
We know that he's a talented running back, and for everyone who's watching us right now on YouTube and Facebook, so Caleb, Extra, Mr. Clacky, they're typing H that they think that he will end his holdout. I don't really know, but I do know when he is on the field, he is a productive runner, 28 rushing touchdowns the last 3 years.
He'll end the holdout. I just don't know if it's going to be in time for week 1. All he's got to do is show up in week 10, and he gets to be a free agent.
I think he's going to, I mean, if you would ask me right now, I think he's going to show up week 10. I'd be shocked if he's going to show up week 1 because, I mean, the Chargers seem to be pretty confident in Austin Eckler, which I don't really blame them. But the good thing about Melvin Gordon, and one of the reasons why he wants to get paid, he has been one of the running backs that's been used by far the most in the NFL. And as you can see here, we did the rushing and the receiving. He's been a solid running back since he was drafted in the first round out of Wisconsin, minus that first year where he did literally nothing. But he's also got some injury issues. Another guy, though, who's maybe had some injury issues and, well, really has never lived up to the hype, it's Josh Doctson. And I think anybody who comes out of TCU is nobody good, right? You can't be good and come out of TCU.
In-depth Jurassic Park joke I just made that Mitch talked over me on, but it's nobody cares. Docston, Docston, remember?
I love Jurassic Park.
Dennis Nedry, yeah. James gets it behind the scenes there when Dennis Nedry's sitting there like Docson's trying to be quiet, and he's yelling his name. He's like, see, nobody cares that you're here. That's how the Redskins are treating Josh Doctson. See, nobody cares about you.
I love Jurassic Park, and if you guys love Jurassic Park, type JP in the comment section. Yeah. I have no idea what you're talking about.
You are clearly not much of a fan there. Anyway, the Redskins, per The Athletic and NBC Sports Washington, are reporting that the Redskins no longer believe in him. They're trying to get rid of him. They're shopping him. He's fallen down the depth chart. They just want to be done with him. They no longer believe in his ability to win games for him.
Good.
Or help them out.
He's not very good. I'll say this. I think when he first came out of TCU, I was actually pretty high on Josh Doctson. Unfortunately, it was some of these injuries. I think that just kind of tallied up. But, I mean, also, they didn't really ever put any talent around, I think, at quarterback. I mean, sure, the bad injury with Alex Smith, but here's what they're looking at. You know how I know that they're not confident in Josh Doctson?
Because that's the receiving core.
Because if that's what you got catching the football, now, if you want a fantasy sleeper, I think Trey Quinn is at least decent in PPR leagues. But, like, for a team to say, no, we're going to give up on Docsson, we're more confident in that group.
I like Kelvin Harmon, but he's just like a late-round pick there. I've heard they like that Kidsey kid, by the way, who was the backup to Trey Quinn there. Look, I think Seattle in particular makes a lot of sense as a fit. David Moore's hurt. There's Tyler Lockett. They already cut Amaro Darbo because he sucks too. I think that Seattle makes the most sense here in the end.
Seattle? Okay. So type me if you got your notifications turned on.
Did you get the alert when we started? Are you going to go type me?
Yeah, I was going to type me.
Shout out. Type me, and I'll give you guys a shout out. Also, shout out Leiden Bernard here, who says Chat Sports greater than ESPN, because we only traffic in facts here. That's one of them.
See, a lot of the easiest ways for us to know who's got the notifications turned on is when the first people that comment. So Sticky Northside, Zachary, Solstice, Lyndon, Estella. I'm guessing you guys have your notifications turned on, and make sure you guys turn your notifications on so you know exactly when we go live. Now, let's talk about DeSean Jackson. Is he going to miss week 1? Tom, you would know a little bit more about the ring finger than I would. So is Jackson going to get
look at that.
He's going to probably be out, it looks like 3 to 4 weeks. He's got a fractured ring finger.
Anecdote here, my dad broke his ring finger and he can't get his ring off anymore. Like
really?
He broke it a long time ago, and when
is he still married?
Yeah, it is.
Okay, good, because that'd be awkward.
When it healed, it was bigger, and he can't get it off now. Now Jackson's going to try and play through this here, but this is normally a 3 to 4 week injury, so we'll see what ends up happening on that front. I think he's going to give it a go. I just don't know if he's going to be able to actually play in week 1, which is a pretty noteworthy development there.
Oh, I definitely agree. I mean, when you look at DeSean Jackson's overall ability, I mean, he added a lot to that Tampa Bay Buccaneers offense last year. I mean, think about the fact that the Buccaneers literally led the league in passing yards, and I think when you consider what he adds, the element of speed.
Yeah.
I mean, the dude averaged 18.9 yards per catch last year. And I can guarantee you, Carson Wentz and DeSean Jackson, that is a great, great duo. Plus, I mean, you got Alshon Jeffrey, You got a lot of other talented
Nelson
options.
Aguilar, Zach Ertz, Dallas Goedert.
All solid
List goes on and
options.
on.
Here's the thing, though. DeSean Jackson, Tom, is always that guy that I pick in FanDuel because when he goes off, I'm making a whole bunch of money. And if you guys want to make some money, go to FanDuel.com/chatsports. Here's the thing. I'm going to be running a little bit of a FanDuel tournament.
Yes, you are.
And if you want to join my FanDuel tournament, this is what you got to do. You got to go to FanDuel.com/chatsports. You must use that link. It is very important. FanDuel.com/chatsports. Use that link. If you put down $5, you get 20 for free with your first deposit. Right?
Yeah.
Sources confirmed. Cool. So then if you want to challenge me on FanDuel, you want to prove that you can beat me, let me know. Slide in my DMs at MitchellRens365 once you sign up and deposit at FanDuel.com/chatsports. Bring it.
What are you doing? What are you hosting again?
A tournament.
Okay, is it pronounced tournament or tournament?
Oh, my God. It's a tournament.
Tournament, yeah, because he says the OU.
It's a
tournament.
Tour.
Yeah.
T-O-U-R.
Is it pronounced tournament or tournament?
Turn is T-U-R-N.
Comment, torn or turn. There you go. All right, let's move now to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers here. Jason Pierre-Paul, some good news. He has been cleared to at least resume rehab activities.
Correct.
And he's coming off that very scary neck injury, which he fractured some vertebrae in his neck in that car crash. He's still a pretty clear ways off from playing here.
Absolutely. But this is good news.
Great news. Like, even just beyond the actual on-the-field stuff, that he's that healthy at this point is a good indication of, hey, his life's going to be in good place here.
Yeah, I mean, considering the fact that he was in a horrible accident 4 months ago, and now that he's already been able to rehab, like, I remember, like, when I first reading about this, people were speculating way, way worse than that. Yeah. So I think it's always kind of, people don't realize how special NFL players are. Like, do you remember the car accident Cam Newton was in? I know I'm going off on a tangent here.
Very small one, yeah.
But, like, he was totally fine then. He was, like, back on the field, like, in a week. Good to go. These guys are absolutely insane. But, I mean, the Bucs obviously are going to miss a lot with JPP not being able to play. I mean, 12.5 sacks last year. And when you're going up against Matt Ryan, hopefully Cam Newton's healthy for week 1, and you're going up against Drew Brees, the Buccaneers, they need to be able to prove to get after the quarterback, and not having him.
For the record, by the way, everyone's saying turn in the comment section. Not tournament. All right, Mitch is out. Well, show just got 10 times better. Everyone's welcome.
Screw you, Tom. All right, which wine is the best? I guess I'm whining that you guys don't know how to pronounce tournament.
Also, more importantly, it's National Wine Day.
Oh, is it really?
That's what it says right up there at the top of your screen that you did not read.
Wow. So today's National Wine Day, breaking news. So which wine is the best, red, white, or blue?
Okay. Technically, you have to go blue. It's not a thing, though.
Water.
Red, white, or none. I gave you the none option because I know you're not a wine drinker.
I mean, I am Catholic, but I would probably go with red.
Okay, good choice. White wine's garbage. The answer is red wine.
I'm going to go red wine. So I've gone on a few.
The drier, the better.
When I used to go on dates, Tom, red wine was definitely the more popular choice for those dates, so I would probably type my R. But
red wine's better. Harrison, what you going with? None? White. Okay.
Oh, you know, God, he is really white.
All right, we'll move on to Brock Osweiler then, who's visiting the Colts, Mitchell. Brock Lobster's not done yet.
Brock Osweiler to the rescue. I mean, how often have you said that?
Like in a serious manner or in a sarcastic manner?
I don't know. I mean,
it's sarcastic a lot.
Way too often. I still feel weird saying this. Andrew Luck retired this weekend at age 29. Like, that's going to be one of those moments where I remember where I was when Andrew Luck retired at age 29. I called my dad that day. I said, Dad, Andrew Luck retired. His response, I told you aliens were real. And honestly,
how is that the first thing that comes to
honestly, it is the most logical explanation I have heard yet. So, Dad, shout out. I know you're watching. But here's the thing with Brock. He's not good, and he's definitely, I don't think, going to be able to help this Colts team whatsoever. Jacoby Brissett is light years ahead of Brock Osweiler. These are his career stats.
Yeah, look, it's not good. But he's definitely not coming in to be a starter. He's coming in to be a backup.
Sure.
Philip Walker has been terrible. Swag Kelly may be the GOAT, but he's also suspended for the first 2 games.
Joseph Schmidt, no Brock, in all caps. No, like, that's the reaction. You put Brock Osweiler on an NFL show, and everyone stops what they're doing, and they're like, oh, shit, what are we talking about? Hopefully this guy, he doesn't end up on our team. Jacoby Brissett is literally like Andrew Luck compared to, you know.
Yeah, okay.
Too much?
For Brock. No, I guess I get it. All right, so if you ran the Colts, Mitchell.
Oh, boy.
Which quarterback are you signing? No trades allowed. You have to sign somebody.
I have to sign somebody?
Or you can choose to roll with nobody if you want. I'll also make note, Mick the Dog says Johnny Manziel is available. You get a 2-for-1. You get Johnny Manziel and you get Billy Manziel.
I mean, if I'm the Colts...
Harrison got that. Mitch did not.
I have no idea who Billy Manziel is.
Well, we'll give you some internet joke training tonight. How about that?
Good Lord. To be honest, I'm going to save my money. I'm not going to invest any more on a quarterback. If I'm the Colts, I'm going to go out and I'm going to try to build that defense and try to build the offense even more because you just lost your best piece.
Okay, that's fine.
So, but the Colts here, they're making some moves, and so are the Jets. Pretty interesting. So the Colts and Jets, they made a trade today for Nate Hairston. Go follow him at Harrison1033.
Go ahead and also add an extra I to his name. It's not Harrison, it's just Hairston.
Oh, well, that's embarrassing.
Yeah, you botched that one there, Mitch. 2 for 2 today. Look, the Colts have depth at cornerback. He had fallen down to like 5th or 6th on the depth chart, and the Jets need bodies at cornerback. So I think this trade makes a lot of sense there. They get a 6th-round pick back, and the Colts and Jets seem to have a nice, friendly trade relationship.
I mean, the Jets need a lot of help on defense. I mean, straight up. I mean, they've lost a lot of players to injury, some sort of suspension. So now, Nate, he's a new part of the Colts.
Jets.